The secret to the secret. All is going to be revealed. The film The Secret misses out one fundamental, extremely important ingredient. And that is what I'm going to talk to you about today and share with you today so you can get everything that you want in your life. Before I do that, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you like this video and the bell icon, which will notify you of when I'm posting, which is generally every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay, so I'm going to start with a quote from Neville Goddard. And Neville says, dwelling on past irritations or hurts or pains perpetuates them and creates a vicious circle that serves to confirm these negative emotions. So let me just read that bit again. Dwelling on past irritations or hurts perpetuates them and creates a vicious cycle that serves to confirm these negative emotions. The circle can be broken by starting now, by revising anything that you no longer wish to sustain in your world. So what does he actually mean by that? Basically, we are holding on to, what he's basically saying is we're holding on to past patterns of hurts and pains and irritations in our life, which is fundamentally stopping us from getting what we want in our life. And we hold on to them. Sometimes we don't even know that they're there because they're that deeply rooted and embedded in our subconscious mind. But basically, whether we know that they're there or not, whether we're continuing that story, that cycle, perpetuating that cycle of irritation and hurt, we are continuing that cycle of belief, therefore stopping us from being able to get what we want. So when The Secret says, kind of ask and receive, believe in it is done, the universe does the how, and it will show up. What they should have said was, it's not what you want that you get, it's who you are that you get. So how you're showing up in the world is what you get. So if you have past patterns of irritations and hurts and pains, and you're perpetuating that, either talking about it or thinking about it or feeling it, or there's something that's stopping you from getting it, it's generally going to be a deep embedded belief about something. So I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to use money, but this can be done in basically in any kind of situation. So I'm just going to start with an example about money, then I'm going to go into why. So say, for example, you grew up and your parents, when you were growing up, had to work really, 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 really hard for their money, all the hours under the sun to make ends meet, could barely put food on the table, or if they did, you felt lucky to have food. So they would also come out with terms like, people that have money are moneyed, or it's bad to have too much money, or money doesn't grow on trees, or you have to work really, 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 really hard for your money. It doesn't come easy. This world isn't an easy place. You really have to work for every single penny that you get, really, 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 really hard. And and you're greedy if you want more. You're greedy if you have too much money. So say, for example, that's what you grew up with. You will then have an encoded pattern of belief in your subconscious mind that money is bad, you have to work really, really hard for your money, and you're greedy if you want more. You should settle for working all the hours under the sun, never asking for too much, and basically having material things is bad. So that's basically what has been embedded and encoded. If that's just an example. So if you grew up in that type of environment and you're now looking at your life, your reality of who you are, and you look at money and you don't have money, or you're working really, 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 really hard for money, or you have a belief, a bias that money is really bad and people that have got money are just moneyed and they're greedy and you shouldn't have material things and you shouldn't want more. That's where it stems from. Now, with The Secret, the film The Secret, I'm not saying it doesn't work at all, because it's all about law of attraction and we constantly attract. Law of attraction isn't just there when we want it to be there. It's there like oxygen. And with the law of attraction, with The Secret, you know, ask and receive, believe and it is done. You might get some things that come through. You might get, so say for example about money, you might get some things when it comes to with money. You might, you know, win £500 on the lottery, for example, or you might receive some money from somebody that you forgot that they owed it to you, or, you know, you might get a reimbursement on a credit card bill or something, you know. So money can show up in any, or you might get a pay rise, you know, money can show up in different ways, but it's inconsistent, that way of believing that things can come up and show up and stay is inconsistent, and it won't stay. It might be there for a bit, but then it will drift away again because you've got this pattern of belief about money. So what we need to do, and going back to the quote that Neville says, we need to revise the story. So this can be done with anything. So it could be about your body. Say, for example, you've always been overweight and you grew up in a family of people that were always overweight and overeating, for example. Not that I'm saying that's bad, but say that that's your pattern. It could be that, you know, you never had the job that you want. You're always working, you know, a minimal wage. Yeah, you feel stuck and trapped in a particular job that you don't want to be in. You know, we can use money as an example. Money doesn't show up how you want it to show up. Loving relationships, people are always leaving you. You know, it could be anything. It could be anything. You could be always on your own. It could be that you have a belief that you know, you're always on your own. So, you know, you're always on your own. So it could be anything. It could be anything, any of these areas. So if you look at your life and think about what it is you want. So we'll go back to money again, because we'll stick to that theme. So say, for example, it is that you want more money. You would like to earn, say, 50 grand a year rather than 10 grand a year. Whatever it is about money, and it's not happening and it's never happened, and you know, you're working really, really hard for it. What we want to do is we want to revise that story. And the only way we can do that is by, if we look at the areas in our life that we want to change, that we've always wanted to change and has never been able to consistently change, we need to look at where that came from. And it's always going to be the childhood, because from the ages of 0 to 7, that's our program years. And that is then what our code is growing up. So it's always going to come from a childhood pattern that we've then perpetuated throughout the years, or childhood belief from the environment and the people that we grew up with. So we want to, so if we're looking at money, so we want to go, okay, so I've never had the money that I wanted. I would like to have this, and it's never showed up. So why is that? What is it that's holding me back? What are my beliefs about money, and where did they come from? Take it back to the childhood. Now it's going to be a memory. It could be a visual memory, or it could be just a feeling that you have. Whatever that is, write down what that is. What is it that showed up in your life? Again, using the example of money, that is stopping you from getting the money. And what are your beliefs? What are your biases about it? So then when we know what that is, we can revise it. So an example of revision, again, using this example of money, would be, you know, my parents was so lucky when it came to money. You know, they had amazing jobs and they were always at home in the evenings, and we always sat down and had dinner together. My mum always had so much, we always had so much choice with food. You know, we had, you know, lovely clothes when we were growing up. Money was never an issue. My dad was always saying to me, just follow your passion and money will flow easily to you and your life will be a dream. And, you don't have to work hard for money. Money comes to you easily and effortlessly, and you're deserving of that. Everyone should be able to have more than enough money to be, do and have anything that they want, to buy whatever they want, to travel where they want, to have the home that they want, go out and get it. That's what I did, and this is why we're living this amazing life now. So that's an example of revising from the, money's bad and struggling and working hard. And then what you do is you just consistently tell yourself the new story until it starts to feel natural, until it starts to feel true. So you do that in any area of your life. Like I said, it could be loving relationships, it could be your body, it could be friends, it could be your career, it could be money, it could be anything in your life that you want, that you've always wanted and it hasn't appeared. It's going to be because of a belief that you're holding on to, that you either are aware or not aware of. So doing the revision really, really works. And I am proof that when you do the law of attraction, ask, believe, receive, it's done, that it doesn't always stay. It doesn't always stay, because you have to go back to release the code, to reprogram yourself, basically like a computer, to then create the belief. So when it comes to The Secret and the film The Secret, when they say, you get what you want, you will then get who you are, because who you are will be this revised person that's been revised in the head. So that is it. I intend that to make sense. I hope that did make sense. Please don't forget to question or comment below. And if you liked that, please again, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon when I notify you when I'm posting. I love doing this video. I love talking about law of attraction and manifesting and just, digging deep into that mindset. So I really hope that helped. Take care. Have a fabulous weekend, everyone. And I will be back soon.